Alright, we are live. Hello out there, party people. Louis Hanzo here, alongside Cyrus Lechard.
Hello.
And here we are. We are here for a nice little stream. Streamy boy. Quoting Josh Dub a little bit here tonight. Totally haven't been binge watching.
Stream boy is best boy.
Every day. Oh, wow. Give it a few minutes and we'll have some people pop on into the party.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
Indeed it does. Ah, AJ Plush has arrived. Saying hi. Well, hello AJ. And Cyrus already on the drop with the text.
Is what I do.
Yes, it
Try
does,
to
sir.
interact with both.
Yep, good point, good point. Well done. I don't type that fast, so... Indeed. Hello, hello. So, yeah.
Hello.
I feel like going in a reverse order here instead of doing it as I have it in the header. So, mods. Plenty of stories about those, am I right, Cyrus?
Oh, yeah. Depends on what kind of mods we're talking about. We could be talking about community mods. We could be talking about modification to game. One of my personal things that I do on a daily basis. We have vaping mods, which is the thing I do on a daily basis. So, it really depends on what kind of mods you're talking about there, Lewis.
Well, I'm talking about gaming mods.
Gaming mod. Okay.
Yep,
Are the Z Warriors here? Well,
yes, they are.
yeah.
I made them stand off camera tonight because during an earlier recording, a certain main character of a franchise decided that he was going to try to fight the guest over and over again. Hey, that's not fair. He was asking for it. Shut up, Kakarot! You got us in trouble once already! Gine, mother of Kakarot. Hello, Reddits and Kakarot. Greetings, mother! Hi, Mom! Yeah. Anyway, so, talking about gaming mods here, Cyrus. Would you be able to
suggest direction either?
Yes, yes, you can. I take all my
You can do it.
requests on board.
You can do it here. You can do it in the Discord. Actually, give me a second. Let me pop over there. I'll drop a Discord link in chat.
Actually, you can go to
not in there.
You can actually go to my description box. I left a link right there.
There is that too.
Ah, Soups is here. Man of Steel, Man of Tomorrow. Guide a Goku challenge to another death battle in one of my videos. Yeah, square up, Superman. I'm ready for you. Does anyone want to tell Goku that he can't fight Superman on stream?
Goku, knock it off.
Kakarot, if you get us in trouble one more time, I'm taking all your bacon. I mean, you can always give it to Cyrus. He'll eat all your bacon. But
I do like some bacon.
And let's see. Yes, this is lagging, Dark Amulet. I have Cyrus here on call. So that's why we're getting a little bit of lag here tonight. Laggy boy.
Laggy boy is worst boy.
Yes, yes he is. He causes rage. I ain't talking about the game either. Although the game itself causes rage. Let's see here. Gine Mother Kakarot throws Kakarot a steak. But my name's Go. And that's why we pay attention when a steak is thrown at us. Oh well, free steak. The man just ate an entire steak without some A1. Savage. Truly a savage. And yes, I remember Sans Papyrus. Yep, I remember you, man. Video goes up Friday. So, talking gaming mods again. Getting back on track. So, because I haven't had a game on Saturdays for a couple weeks, I started asking around, what should we play? What should we play? And, well, came to a decision. We're going to be playing some Skyrim. Or shall we say, Saiyan Rim?
Please explain, Lewis.
Well, since Yamcha keeps dying, yeah, bite me, man! You keep giving me horror games! Aw, someone didn't read their contract. Noob. I mean, seriously, Cyrus, who doesn't read their contract?
People who don't understand what a contract is.
And people who get blown up by Cybermen.
Oof.
Well, bite me, man! Ow! He actually bit me! Well,
I don't stray from a challenge.
Indeed. So, let's see here. So, yeah, I'll be playing Skyrim as Raditz over there. Oh, yes, I am the Saiyan-born! Indeed you are. Indeed you are. So, I've been gathering up some mods. Most of them are Dragon Ball related. A spell pack that, while it does have Naruto spell techniques in it, it does have stuff like the Big Bang Attack, Special Beam Cannon, the Kamehameha, Destructo Disc, Gallic Gun. I know I'm missing one in that list. Willing to bet my last is any I missed one on that list.
Your last Zen. I put the rest of it in the...
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Let's see here. Taking a quick glance at the chat. Can I get the Superman mod? There's a lot of Superman mods, actually, Soups. Some of them give me the outfit. Some of them give me some weird stuff. So, there's that. Alucard, I've discontinued using him on this channel. Mostly because there has not been much call for him. I mean, I can still do the voice, don't get me wrong, but there's just not been much call for Alucard. And let's see, AJ threw Goku a Phantom Ruby. Huh, can I eat it?
I wouldn't recommend it.
Huh, I'll give it to Chi-Chi. She likes shiny rocks. You do that, Goku.
You're the shiniest one of them all, Goku.
Aw, thanks, man. Goku, I don't think that was a compliment. Stay out of this, Krillin. Help me. No. Oh, let's see here. Raditz, what was my son holding that you told him to put down? Well, he had a hold of my Switch. Let's see. Hey, Goku, remember me. Sans, yep, he remembers you. And I've got my hand over his mouth so he doesn't say it again. Vegeta says, hey. Well, hello to you, too. But, yeah, for modding on Skyrim, I've also got a mod that gives me Vegeta's outfit from Dragon Ball Z, you know, like Buu Saga, you know, without the pauldrons or anything. But, yeah, I'm always looking for some more tips of what I should get, but I'm a little worried about getting too many mods and crashing the game all the holy hell again.
Yeah, we spent entirely too long trying to figure the one mod that was doing it.
Yeah, turns out it was an outdated Naruto mod. Who knew? If anyone was wondering which mod it was in general, well, that mod was one that basically gave you, what's his name? Madara's a battle fan. It was outdated, and apparently it clashed with their mod, causing everything to crash. That shiny rock better not be kryptonite. Oh, he doesn't have the kryptonite. I do. Seriously, Batman gave me some. You want to touch that one, Cyrus?
No, I've learned not to question the actions of Batman.
Smart guy. So, Yeah, if anyone's got any suggestions for mods that are not explicit, I cannot feature anything like, strip clubs, blackjack, anything like that, due to YouTube. We
Man,
all
YouTube
bound to.
taking the fun out of everything. I was just gonna suggest you get the Bender Club mod. Got blackjack and hookers.
And lots and lots of alcohol.
It's my kind of place.
Yes, it's also a skooma den, so there's that. Goku.
The Goku Surpass mod.
Yes, he actually DM'd me that. It's for Xenoverse 2. It allows Goku to go from base form through all his forms, all the way into Master Ultra Instinct.
Nice.
Like every time you transform, it gives you another key bar, and then if you power up into that,
Nice.
you can actually transform.
So it kind of implements the old Budokai Tenkaichi transformation system.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I remember
Ooh.
those days, dude.
Dude, don't even get me started. I don't have those games anymore, and you know why.
Yeah, I know, dude. I'm planning on actually buying an old console and getting it.
So we need to find. Actually, we should just find some functional emulators. That would probably be best bet.
I'd buy the game myself though, just to have it on hand.
Well, yeah, physical copy is best copy.
Yep. But to address you, AJ, I think the mod's pretty boss, and if I go back to playing some Xenoverse 2, odds are I'll use it. I mean, I won't be able to play anyone in multiplayer online, but that's the penalty of mods. But like I said for Skyrim, if you have any mods in particular that you would recommend, or you think, wow, Raditz would like this, then don't be afraid to DM me them on Discord, or put a link down below. I mean, I've seen some interesting mods over the years. Haven't you, Cyrus?
Oh yeah. I mean, you showed me a vast majority of the ones that you used, and they kind of broke the game. Some
Yeah.
figuratively, some literally.
Well, remember that one for Fallout New Vegas. You remember the one.
Oh man. Yeah, and actually, I had an idea I want to run by you later, about something to put on the channel.
Oh, alright, we'll talk later. But yeah, for those wondering what he's laughing about, imagine a Deathclaw the size of Godzilla that's bright neon green and covered in fire.
How
Bad
many
times.
punches did we count it took?
We're not counting how many nukes I used on that thing. Mostly because I lost count. But,
Yeah.
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 However, Skyrim's coming to the channel. Or if you got any mods you'd recommend, comment them down below. Or send them to me in Discord and we'll go from there. And I see that a guy who just loves Dragon Ball Super has changed his name to Raditz and says hi Raditz, or hey Raditz rather. Hello! In any case. So, I think it's about time we got to the heart of the matter, the meat and potatoes, as it were. The reason why I summoned you forth from your dreadful abyss, Cyrus.
Yeah, I was wondering why I was summoned. It's not often I get a letter when I'm in the abyss summoning me to a channel.
Indeed. And Felming says, hello, Lewis. Hello, Raz. Well, hello to you, and hello there! There we go. Well, for those who remember a long while back, you and I announced we were going to do Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Abridged.
We did
And
indeed.
we had a lot of ups and downs, some setbacks worse than others, and or problems with software. Glaring at the
Mostly
program in
problems
question.
with software.
Glaring at the program in question, still sitting on my taskbar. But ignoring that program for now, we're still planning on doing that, are we not?
We are. We most definitely are. We are actually still planning things out. Lots of discussions to be had with the team that we're working, the main core team that we're working with, um, as far as next steps. Also, working on other avenues to help bring in some revenue to get us to a point where we can start actually putting this. We still have some roles that we need to fill, which I'm going to kind of document in my spare time this week, as speaking with some other members of the core team to try to figure out exactly what avenues we as individuals will be taking, as well as the team, to get that kickstart.
Mm-hmm. So that being said, we do have some roles cast, with you
We
personally voicing a couple of very well-known characters.
uh, the abridged is going. Um, we haven't gotten to a place where we're gonna start recording yet. As I said, we're gonna be working on routes and avenues that we can take to get to that point as quickly as possible. Part of that is actually me picking up a secondary position at work to bring in extra revenue to be able to have more disposable income. Um, Lewis, are you okay with me actually revealing something? It's the one reason why you said that this is something we still want to do earlier today to me.
Ah, yes, that reason.
Are you cool with that?
Uh, yeah, you can go ahead and reveal it. But first, I'm going to address the chat real quick.
Okay, go right ahead.
Kenneth, yes, you are still Gene Havoc, my dude. You're good. You solid, man. It's all good, man. Chill. And AJ, yeah, the reason why I told you couldn't come onto the stream tonight was because I already had Cyrus planned on being here. Sorry, man. Had to have him on for this. All right. So that being said, take it away, Cyrus. You have the floor. You have the microphone. And 1 second here, Goku. Yeah, huh? Give me that. But that's Goku. Oh, fine. Muffin.
Okay. While Goku is not over that I just had ordered in specifically to keep him occupied for the next. By the way, he's going to town on those 10-ish minutes. Um, so, as those of you are aware, in Lewis's Discord, there is a channel where we discuss the goings on with the court case involving Vic Mignogna and various Funimation voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I, through one of his fan sites, actually found a public email address for Mr. Mignogna. Um, to which I reached out to him, of course, to express my support and sympathy and well wishes moving on with this. And in the email that I sent him, I mentioned that there is a group of us, myself, mainly addressing the core team, uh, that would be working on an abridged version of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And for those of you who don't know, Vic Mignogna is the voice of Edward Elric. Um, most people, when they send an email, they don't really expect an email back. And I'm actually not going to be able to see the chat for a minute because if you give me a second, I'm actually going to go into my email. Because
Go
a
ahead.
few days after I sent it, I actually got a reply from Vic Mignogna.
Go ahead. I'm minding the chat for you.
You're good.
All right, guys. While he's not
And
looking, get out the party
so,
stuff.
okay. I'd asked for some. Actually, here, let me just read the core part of my email that I'm addressing. And I quote: Secondly, I have a small group of friends, including myself, that are going to be working on a project for our YouTube channel that will debut with the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood Abridged series, and have always joked about having you as a voice. If that's something you'd be interested in doing, please let me know, as having you even in one episode as a character would be amazing. The reason we chose Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood to work with was that at some point in our lives, the show was very special to us, and still is to this day. Um, I asked also for some tips on vocal training for voice acting and things like that. That was sent on August 12th. The 21st, a little bit longer than most of the replies I've seen. It was during the busy time in case prep. He responded. Um, he said, thank you and your friends for the support and encouraging words. It means so much to me. At the moment, I'm working on a few projects, but I cannot wait to see your finished project. Vic Mignogna wants to see Full Metal Alchemist a brick when it's done. And I know the moment I received that email and fully comprehended what it said, Lewis was the first person that I called.
Yep. I was sitting there playing Fallout 76 with a couple of friends, and he said, I don't know what you're doing, but stop and listen.
And I read him the full email. Obviously, there's some personal information in there that, my real name, Lewis's real name, things like that, that I've omitted for those reasons.
Confidentiality.
But the main voice actor of a series that is near and dear to me wants to see our take on that. And that is something you don't usually see. A lot of people, probably as far as I can tell, wouldn't have even acknowledged something like that, but is is honest and true excited to see the project. That gives me some motivation. That gives me some drive. It makes me want to make this happen. It makes me want to do this and do it the best way that we can as a team. And that's why we're gonna have the core team meeting to see the best routes and avenues that we can take to bring in that revenue to get it done right. Um, Lewis, I would say it's fairly safe to say that we've decided on recording multiple episodes and releasing them in a scheduled manner versus trying to record one and edit and record the next episode at the same time. I personally feel that would be the best course of action.
I agree.
Uh, so as you guys have heard, the plan is we're going to record a cluster of episodes, whether it be half a season, a full season, and edit and you know blemish and do all of the things and make it nice, neat, and sparkly, and release them in a scheduled and timely manner. So that way, while those are being done and finalized and uploaded, we can get to scripting and recording and editing and doing all of that it takes to move on from what we've just finished. And of course, to do that, it requires time and effort and realistically the same thing that everything else requires, money.
Hmm.
Which is why again I said that I'm going to be picking up a secondary position so I can have some more disposable income myself to be able to help with all of that. Um, no, this is not a hey, we're starting a Patreon or hey, we're starting a Kickstarter or anything like that. That's not the case.
No.
We are making moves and steps in our own personal lives to be able to fund this ourselves, to be able to have that extra disposable income to make sure that our bills are paid, that our yes, yes he does. The not one of the main voices, the
The.
main the main character, Edward Elric, Victor Mignogna himself.
No, we are not trying to give you a heart attack, man. He legit says that he wants to see our content, and he is completely down. I've actually had the pleasure of emailing him and told him that, he is an inspiration for me to be a voice actor, and I would love to shake his hand, meet him in person. His response was, I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed watching my content and enjoy my character work. And I would like to meet you too one day, and I would happily shake your hand. So, let's see. Bardock VA. Hey, Hanzo, it's me, Kaba. Ah, Kaba and Bardock in the same place. That's interesting.
I feel like we're warping the time-space continuum.
We are. Apparently, this is now Xenoverse.
Who messed with the scrolls?
Me.
Why?
For the lulz.
Well, as long as Goku's not eating. Goku, get that out of your mouth. That's not food.
But it tastes good.
Do you see the fact that you're screwing the entire world over there? Put
It'll
it
be
down.
fine. Raditz, deal with your brother. Oh, fine. Kakarot! Yeah, huh? Ow! Give me that. Kornua will have your ass. But isn't she the Supreme Kaitan? Whoop, dodged. Ow! Yamcha, why? I don't want to mess with the Supreme Kaitan, man. Right, Kornua. Take that scroll back to her before Goku tries to eat it again. Oh,
I don't know that throwing a book at Goku would do any good. He would have to be smart enough to read it.
I mean, if you threw it
And
at
I don't.
Gohan, he might criticize your taste in literature.
Gohan would definitely criticize your taste in literature. Goku would try to eat the book and be try to absorb the knowledge through a weird form of ingestion and osmosis, and I don't think that's how this works.
I don't know. Saiyans are weird, dude.
I mean, yeah,
But
but
I'm pretty sure
okay.
that's
Are we
not.
gonna talk about the one time that Goku read Krillin's mind and then never used it again, like ever?
We're not gonna bring that up. But Toriyama forgot, just like Launch. And
Who?
yeah. My wife, you jackasses! Remember who voices you. What can I say? And Kenneth, bruh, it's okay, man. Breathe. One step at a time, my dude. One step at a time.
We may not be professionals, man, but we can work with you. We can help you figure out and do what you need to do. Like You can ask Lewis. I can tell what's off with it, and I could probably tell you how to fix it. It'll be fine. And besides, you don't have to sound 100% like the original voice. That's the beauty of an abridged. You make it your own. That's that's the entire beauty of it. Where, I mean, look at one of the biggest influences and the reason Lewis and I wanted to do an abridged was Team Four Star, Dragon Ball Z abridged, and Little Karibo and Yu-Gi-Oh abridged.
Hell,
None of
Yaro.
them.
Hell, man. Also consider Yaro CN and Something Witty Entertainment. You know, all
Yeah,
these guys.
I mean, we were having conversations preliminary on a preliminary basis because of those main two, and then something witty comes out with Sao abridged and um, Blazing Azure Crow, which ended up merging into the Mouthwash project with Bleach abridged. Like, now, dude, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You good, man. You're
But
good.
all of those groups, none of them. I mean, look at the voice of Kirito in Sao Abridged. He doesn't sound like the the original Kirito. In fact, if you watch anything that he's in a few Bleach Abridged episodes, he is Lewis. I can't remember the name. The one that took over for Grimjow
Loopy.
when he disobeyed Aizen.
Loopy.
I'm sorry.
Loopy.
Yes, Loopy. The guy that did Kirito and Sao Abridged did Loopy in Bleach Abridged. He didn't even change his voice. That is his, and I've seen videos of that voice actor. That is his normal voice. He's not changing pitch. He's not throwing his voice. He's not changing tone. That is his voice. That voice, I did a little research. I believe is a medical condition, but that is his voice. There's going to be a couple characters that I'm doing in FMAB that is going to be this voice, my normal talking. There's for one of the characters that I'm playing. Honestly, I can't do the voice without, and I will say this right now, my vape. I vape. One of the voices I'm doing requires me to have taken a hit off of my vape and speak. And I don't want to give too much away, but it's fucking
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that character because it will end with me telling Cyrus here to go to hell on camera.
I mean, you do it off camera anyway.
Yeah, usually over Soul Calibur or Marvel vs. Capcom. Let's see here. Looking
Yeah.
back at the chat here, Bardock VA. Oh, you have a wife now, Rats. Does that mean I have more grandkids? Well, father, yes, you have 3 grandkids, a granddaughter, and 2 grandsons via me. Kakarot has 2 sons, and one of his sons has a granddaughter. Well, has a daughter for him, so you know that's that. And Queen, yes, we are doing FMA Abridged, Brotherhood to be exact, and female Goku's throwing bacon to Goku. Bacon!
Ow, my finger!
Well, I'll get the Dragon Balls later. In the meantime,
He didn't bite it off, but he bit it.
Senzu Bean.
Get over here, Goku.
Ow! So yeah, that's happening over there now. But yeah. As for inspiration, Cyrus covered that quite nicely, and I'm voicing. I think I'm like voicing 4 characters in this project.
Yeah, you and I both. We have a handful of characters each. Um,
I'm happy to reveal
I
one of mine.
I know I've already said that I'm a certain character before, and I'll say it again. I'm voicing Shao Tucker.
And that sound you just heard is literally the entire internet calling you a bastard.
Screaming and then silence. I thought that was the sound of forgiveness.
No, 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 no. That is not the sound of forgiveness. That is the sound of everyone hating you at once.
I mean, already used to it.
Yep. But, I mean, I don't know why I should, be secretive about who I'm voicing. I mean, if one person tells me in the next, like, few seconds they want to hear who I'm voicing, I will say it. I
Hey,
mean,
Lewis,
yeah.
I want to hear who you're voicing.
Okay, that works too. It's like saying, I'll do this if someone leaves a like and liking your own post. Uh,
You didn't say it had to be somebody in chat. You said someone.
yeah, that's a solid point, a well-made point. So,
You can flip
yeah,
me off later, but you also can't refute it.
indeed. So, me personally, I am the voice of Alexander Luis Armstrong, the strong arm alchemist. Oh, these techniques have been passed on the Armstrong family line for generations. Oh, young Edward Alric, bask in my glory! I am also the voice of Scar, which I can't do without getting into Uryu Ashita abridged levels of paranoia.
For your sanity and mine, for
And
the
for the
rest of the
chat.
stream and after, please no.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things I have to say, a Scar is just bizarre, man. It's like I've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and I still think this is bizarre. I've been on the internet as a YouTuber and I think it's bizarre.
You and I have visited most websites that most people couldn't stand to visit, and that's still bizarre.
Yeah, yeah. But that aside, I'm also C. Curtis, which the man doesn't really talk all that much anyway, so almost a non-starter if you think about it.
Yeah, yeah.
But the other voice I'm doing, I'm Greed. I am the voice of Greed in FMA Brotherhood Abridged. Mostly because I outclassed Cyrus at it in a one-on-one.
That's that's fair. You're still not getting Maze Hughes from me.
Fight me!
Look at my kids! Just look at them! They're right there! She's so adorable, isn't she?
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Allow me. Hey there, Ed. Now there's nothing you wouldn't say to, letting me adopt you in Alphonse. I mean, I'm not looking for the whole adopted father immunity thing here. I mean, I might as well be wearing a red shirt. Please say yes, I don't want to die. Fight
You fight me.
me. Oh, well.
But the only thing I really have to say in response to that is it's a horrible day for rain.
Oh. Yeah. So, if you couldn't place that line, well, let's just say a superior officer is on deck.
Sorry, I gave myself chills just thinking about that scene. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Couple of voice people gonna bring their A game for that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. Okay. So the reason that, and okay, there's two reasons that I'm doing Mustang. One, he's one of my favorite characters in that series, and two, um, I have hi Icy.
Hi,
We're
Icy.
actually gonna talk to you about that at some point
Yep.
in the near future. It's fine. It's fine.
No chapters to be perfect for, honestly.
Fair enough. The secondary reason that I am doing Roy Mustang, and I almost lost my train of thought there, is I have some of the same relatable trauma in my past that I can actually pull on and go into a mental state for a certain scene. Um, the one with Maze Hughes and the Horrible Day for Rain being one of them. The other one, when he finds out who killed Maze and burns them to a crisp, is another.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Those are going to be days, and I will give everyone a heads up now. Those are going to be days where when I record those, when we get to that point and I record those scenes, um, those will be days where I will be doing nothing but anything I have to do that day. Pardon me. A little bit of indigestion and nothing more than anything that I have to do that day. If I work that day, I work that day. If I literally only record those voices, that is all I'm going to do. Like Heath Ledger, I'm kind of a method actor. Unlike Heath Ledger, I'm not going out with a bang.
I would appreciate that. And looking back at the chat for a moment here, Cyrus. So, Pira, you said, "Oh my God, you sound like him."
I'm assuming that was Armstrong.
I would assume as well. Uh, One thing, Superman just slapped Popo. Well, Maggot,
Do you
it
want
looks like you want to die. Mr. Popo? Yes.
who's voicing?
Are those kryptonite brass knuckles? Damn right they are. Come get these hands, Superman. Oh boy.
Popo's hands, rated E for everyone.
Yes, they are. Kami helped them all.
Kami couldn't touch them if he wanted to at this point.
Supreme Kai Almighty. Well, unless we're talking about Shin, and then... No comment. No comment.
Oh my Gamikai.
Yup. Hell, I'll do that as Goku's voice. Oh my Gamikai. There we go.
As far as okay, slow down, Kenneth. As far as voicing Edward, we have someone as of right now. He was on one of the past streams, Kagato.
Yeah.
He's part of the core team. He is part of the reason we're going to have conversations, and I don't mean this in a bad way, by any means. He has stumbled into some amazing opportunities for any of the core team that wants to assist him with having some of that extra revenue that I was talking about come in. So, with that being his news, I'm not going to go too much into it. But we may, and this is all I'm going to say, due to some of his original ideas and the opportunities that he's been given, we may be doing more than just an abridged series. And depending on how exactly we decide to go about this, the abridged may, and I cannot stress may enough because Lewis and I spoke earlier this evening about what route we want to take. He and I would like to divide and conquer in the sense that we have a small core team, work on scripting and working on getting everything ready to produce and record the abridged, and some of the other core team work on those ideas. We have our hands at having original ideas being made into a type of publication that will be nationwide. I won't say what type, I won't say through who, I won't say anything any more than what I already have. But should that happen, it won't be for very long if this happens, um, because we do have to decide full on in agreement with how we want to proceed. Some of us may be working on the Abridged, like I said. Some of us may be working on those ideas. If the divide and conquer plan is agreed upon, I will be doing both. Um, should we find a way for everyone to participate in the nationwide publication type of avenue, the Abridged will be on the back burner temporarily while we gain that revenue to kickstart the Abridged the way it needs to be done, which would eliminate me needing a secondary position. I'm still doing it in the planning for the worst, hoping for the best scenario. Um, but at some point, Lewis, if you're cool with it, having Kagato back on to discuss anything that he wants to discuss as far as that goes, could be arranged.
Yeah, we can arrange for him to be on stream as well, and we can all talk about that in a stream. And I'm just kind of watching the chat as we talk. So
I am as well. I had someone a while ago and I missed it until just a little bit ago. And I'm gonna downsize the chat again and check something because I don't recognize the picture that came through. I had somebody subscribe to me. It was a Raditz channel, except for I don't recognize the channel icon. So if you're in here, thank you. I saw it. I apologize for not saying something sooner. If you're not in here, I did that for nothing. I don't see them in here.
they changed their icon. That's why.
Did they? Okay.
I can direct you to them after the
Okay.
stream.
Nope, I found it. I went through my notifications. It is no big deal. Thank you. I appreciate it. Which actually is what was going to bring me to my next point. I'm going to. I said this before, and I really need to buckle down and do it. Because life gets crazy and distracts me from it. I need to do a video on my channel, probably a short live stream myself. Um, Whereas Lewis is not a fan of the camera per se, I don't mind. I've been on a buddy of mine's Twitch stream. People have seen my face. I'm not super worried about that. So my live stream will probably actually be me looking at the camera. You'll be able to see my face, put in a voice with a face and a name, um, talking about some of the things that I want to do with my channel specifically, separate from Lewis's channel when I'm on, separate from the team channel that we're going to have, which we've entertainment. As like, look at TFS and Lenny Pator, where he has his own side things that he does with his channel and the stuff that he does specifically for TFS and their channel. If I have some time later tonight, I may go ahead and do it. I may do it sometime tomorrow. I haven't decided. Um, One of those things is kind of like I hate to say it like a vlog, but kind of like a vlog, where I talk about various things. It's some of the things that I'm going to talk about are things that are very, very near and dear to me. one of them, and Lewis, you know this about me. I'm a big stickler on mental health. That is something that I'm going to keep specifically to my channel, um, independently, because it is something that I'm not going to ask anyone else to contribute in and put their name, their face, their label on it. That's something that I'm going to do in my spare time, partially as um, something to help me when I'm struggling or things like that. But in also a sense to help others as well. So I'm going to be looking at doing that within the next couple of days. So long as work doesn't do what it did to me last week and randomly decide, hey, you're going to be busy all week.
Indeed. What a year last week was.
Yeah, what a year last week was.
And I'd like to take a moment here to address the chat again. Yes, Bardock, this Popo is strong. And Kenneth here, you've just oh, that's not healthy looking. Just for a descriptive term, because I'm keeping this off camera. Cyrus, is that a Caldabog made of kryptonite?
Is that a what made of kryptonite?
A Caldabog. A giant spiked club of death.
Oh, yeah, and it looks like it's attached to the end of a cattle prod.
And, Mr. Popo, is that a lightsaber with a kryptonite crystal? Damn right it is! Come over here, maggot! I'm gonna show you how Popo uses the Force! Darkseid? Damn right! Okay, don't swing this around anymore.
Pyra, to answer your question, yes. In Lewis's description, there is a link to the Discord if you're not already in. Lewis and I are going to work in conjunction throughout the week to fully update the characters that we need versus characters that we have list. Um, you are more than welcome to try out. You can PM myself or Lewis, both of us, post it in there, tag one of us, get our attention if you do want to. Because we do need more voices. We've got a couple people that we're looking at, both in the Discord and the YouTube communities that we're a part of, and in our own personal lives with people that we know. One of the things I'll come back to that topic in a minute, Lewis. Do you want to go ahead and speak about the last thing that you wanted to speak about real quick?
Yes. Now, I like to think of myself as a nice guy, so before anyone decides to, as I used to hear in Chicago, get it twisted, whenever I do collaborations with people, I prefer that we set up a time, we set up a date, and we do it. We record, but I don't like being spammed. I don't like people just honestly losing patience and wanting it done right now or a video up right now. I'm fairly busy outside this channel. I have family to look after. And a day job to work. And I know that Turles in one of my streams actually suggested that he was going to donate money to me, but I don't have a Patreon, I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I mean, honestly, I'd be flattered, but what it comes
I
down
don't
to.
think we're quite at that point where that's an avenue that we want to explore.
I'm regarding myself personally on that regard, but
Fair enough.
in regards to collaboration, yes, I do collab somewhat often. And yes, Icy has been on my channel quite a bit. Future Trunks has been on my channel. Superman's been on my channel. But I'm fairly easygoing about these things. However, if I set up a collaboration time and date, it's up to both parties to make sure that they are present. Now, if for whatever reason either party is unable to attend or it will be late, you know, inform the other party. It's basic business, basic propriety. I mean,
Now, I want to interject with one thing real quick.
go ahead,
This
Cyrus.
is not calling anyone specifically out, as this has somewhat been an issue prior to tonight. This is not calling anyone out. This is not throwing anyone under the bus. With your channel growing the way it is, with the life commitments and the other responsibilities that you and realistically I have as adults, things have to be scheduled, things have to be maintained in a proper way.
Indeed, they
So
do.
what he's going to finish saying in a second, again, and I will stress this as many times as I need to, and I feel is necessary, is not calling anyone out, is not throwing anyone under the bus. We're not talking about one instance in specific or anything like that. This is a blanket statement. If I
Statement.
could English tonight, that would be great. A blanket statement about how the channel needs to progress moving forward.
Yeah. Now,
If it would help you manage these things, I can pop in Discord later and create a specific channel for collaboration requests. So that way they can be organized in the public, or at least with the admins able to help you schedule things or bring them to your attention to do so. Um, so that way they can be set up once they are scheduled and they have a place and time. That will be when. If something comes up 20 minutes beforehand, if something comes up a day beforehand, where you have a suspicion that you may not be able to make that time, say something.
yes.
If you are in a different time zone, Lewis and I, we are in the central time zone.
Indeed, we are.
We
So,
look at time differences. I'm sorry, Lewis, what did you say? You cut out on my end. I did not hear you speaking. I'm sorry.
so yes, it's like Cyrus said, we live in the U.S. Central Time Zone, meaning that whenever I schedule things, I do it on my hourly schedule. And with me using this new art courtesy of Mr. Yo Asakura, and still having more art done by him, it takes a little bit more time because I have to edit. And it's a good step in the right direction because it's making me learn editing more and more before the abridged.
Practice makes perfect.
Indeed it does. Indeed it does. But yeah, in regards to collaborations, I'm open to collabs. However, just don't go all in and spam me or run rampant on me. I'm only one man. I only have so much time available to me, and just to be frank, even I like to sit down and relax. What little time I
Because
do get to do that.
and at the end of the day, this channel for you is something that could turn into a career, which means it needs to be run like it's your business. You
Indeed.
schedule appointments, you schedule meetings, you schedule things.
Indeed.
This isn't applying for a job interview where you can put an application in and do, call and show up and keep them on the forefront of your mind. This isn't like that. Once it's scheduled, the only way it's getting moved if there's extenuating circumstances. If you haven't had the conversation about when it's happening, there hasn't been a date and time set. I'm not saying it's not going to happen. I'm not saying it's not going to get set. Assume the request hasn't been seen.
Yeah. I am fairly busy, and my day job does not allow me much time to actually, sit there on my phone and look. I mean, I say hi to my Discord on my breaks, but, you know,
Fortunately, right now, for me, it being the out of season, which the season will be starting soon, I won't even be able to do as much of that as I have been the last few months. Currently, I tend to have a lot of time on my hands at work, so I would be able to point them out and let you know when they are. And Kenneth, that's exactly why I want to create that collaboration request channel. Um, for anyone who is interested in doing it, to request it and having that format, that layout, um, will help us be able to see the request, get it processed, have Lewis check his schedule, find out when a good time would be for him, find a date that's good for him, extend the offer, and if it's good for you, great. Um, I'll create a format in that channel to do it. You know, if your Discord name isn't what you want to be referenced in the video, name to be referred by, um, if you have a request for what you want the video to be, whether it's gameplay, whether it's react, whether it's would you rather, whatever. Um, what do you want to be referenced at in the video, content request, um, and then I'm not saying to put your location, but put your time zone. Um,
the time zone will be very
or
handy for me because, while, like I said, I am in the central time zone, it does, help if I know if there's a discrepancy in time. I know I was
right now with
collabing
it,
with some people once that, they were 1 hour ahead and 1 hour behind.
now if you're in the U.S. and there's only with where Lewis and I are in the U.S., there's only 2 hours time difference between each coast. But if, for example, you're in the UK, there are 8 and 10, sometimes 12-hour time discrepancies that need to be taken into account for. And if that is the case, we can work around it if we know. But if we don't know,
Indeed.
specifically if Lewis doesn't know, it can't be planned around. So if 4 o'clock our time is midnight your time, and you have school the next day or you have stuff planned the next day, you don't have to agree to that time just because it's offered. You can say 4 p.m. your time, that's midnight my time. And these things are easily Googled if you don't know the time difference.
Yes,
You
and
can literally look up a time zone locator and it will tell you the times in each time zone, so you can see the time difference, what time it'll be, what time it is now versus what time it is now there.
yeah,
So you can
and
say, no, that's not going to work for me. I'm going to be in bed. I have school the next day. I have work the next day. I have this the next day.
all
That
right,
can
all
we
right,
find it?
and I just like to say now, if you're still in school seeking education, I don't want you to stay up all night just on my account. Go. Go sleep. Education is important, and I know I'm going to sound like that preachy dad figure in your life, but, well, I like dad jokes anyway, so as your now surrogate father, drink plenty of water, study hard, and get plenty of rest. Now, that being said, education is important, and I encourage you all to pursue it. Whether it be the mandatory education, whether it be an education that is set higher up on the bar, as in college, or maybe it's an education in something like video design or web design. You know, pursue it. Education is a very important thing in this life. Now, that being said, I'm going to. Oh, I'm going to look at the chat real quick. Bardock says, "Good to see your channel growing bigger every day. I remember when I came here for the R&R reactions and I just stuck around." Well, I'm glad you stuck around, man. I really am. And AJ Plush, Hanzo, I just don't want to be ignored. I just want to be in your live stream, okay? Well, like said by Cyrus, I try to schedule things, man. And for the record, live streams are planned for Saturdays, usually around 8 p.m. my time. Sometimes I get delayed, like I was at the store earlier where I kind of got stuck in line. It happens. But, like I said, it happens. It just happens. But as for live streams, I literally have almost everything shut down that could use internet right now, and it's still a little laggy. So just understand that by doing these call streams, that I'm sapping bandwidth. Now, backtracking through in this bizarre little roller coaster ride we call a stream, going back to the Abridged here for a moment, Cyrus.
Okay.
So, I'd just like to mention in general some of the roles we have filled. Not saying who's doing them, other than the ones we've admitted to doing.
Oh, I'll claim them if people want me to.
Fair enough. But Edward Elric's been taken. Alphonse Elric's been taken. Let's see here. Winry Rockbell's been taken. Roy Mustang. Maze Hughes. Scar. Major Alexander Louis Armstrong. C. Curtis. Greed. Fior King Bradley. Shao Tucker. God help us all. Supreme Kai help us all. Truth help us all. Chimera Nina has been taken. And, let's see. I know I'm missing one. I know I'm at least missing one here, Cyrus. What am I missing? I know I'm missing at least one. Father
Gene
Cornello?
Havoc.
Oh, yeah, Gene Havoc, obviously. It's just Kenneth in chat. And,
Father Cornello.
yes, Father Cornello is taken, even though he's a one-episode kind of guy.
It's one of your characters.
I'm missing one of mine. Oh, I remember who I'm voicing now that I keep forgetting about. And I feel like I'm trying to measure up to Vic when I pick this character. Barry the Chopper. Mr.
Hold the
Mignana.
character name straight out of my brain.
Yep. Mr. Mignana, while you did do this character, I feel like taking on the challenge of voicing one of your characters. So, if you do see the stream somehow, any pointers?
Oh, well, you went completely the opposite route. I would have gone with that.
Well, we know you're a personality choice in this one. See, there's a reason why you kept choosing Renegade and I kept choosing Paragon.
Renegade for life. Duh.
Well, Cyrus,
I mean,
that
who
wasn't
doesn't
very...
want to see you shoot a water main and make somebody fall to the floor and break their legs?
I don't know. But, yeah, that being said, there are quite a few roles that are unfulfilled at this time. There's a couple roles that I'm not naming if someone's voicing or not because it's up in the air right now for those two characters.
And should any of the characters previously mentioned before their status of being taken changed, that will be updated
Yeah. Oh, I
and
missed
made
one that
public.
I just missed one that you do.
Hmm.
Bosque Grand.
Was I doing that one?
Yes, actually, because you decided you were going to take him from me.
Hmm. I thought that was Fury King Bradley.
I don't know. We've been kind of squabbling about which one of us gets who.
Well, yeah, and then we had a third one join in, and no, just
Yeah,
I'm not down for a voice triangle here.
Well, that being said, if anyone wants to voice certain characters, do let me know, and we'll see what we can do with that. And also, amongst the character roles that are not taken is Riza Hawkeye, Pride. Let's see, who else was there? Because I know there's like a laundry list of people for that one. Lanfan.
Uh, do we have Kimberly?
I think we actually do have a Kimberly. Believe it's Hellfire that's doing that. Let's see
That's
here.
right.
Oh, Izumi Curtis, the teacher for Ed and Alice, not taken.
There is that.
And as for the men, because gotta cover more of the guys here, Kane Fury, Heyman's Breda, Denny Brosh, Buccaneer, Fu, Yoki, Darius, Heinkel, Zampano, Jerzo, Fokker. And before anyone looks at me funny, Focker. Grumman, Edison, Miles, Mason, Roa, Dosetto, and Beto.
We also need Granny Rockbell,
Yeah, Pinako.
Miss Bradley herself.
Alicia Hughes,
Um,
Gracia Hughes, Martel, Maria Ross, Chris Mustang, Nina. And I already mentioned Lanfan, so.
we have a tentative Nina, if I remember correctly, but I'm not 100% sure on that one.
Yeah, we also have a tentative Mei Chang and Panina. But, welcome back, Pira. And
Let me see. Pira, did you hear my response to your earlier question about thinking you could try out for a part?
we got a bit of lag here. I think we got about a 45-second lag at most. What with,
Okay.
utilizing call while doing this.
Yeah. Go ahead and continue on. I will monitor the chat and her reply.
She's in Discord if you want.
Okay. Pira, I'm Vegeta in Discord. Message me if you heard my response or not.
But yeah. So we got several roles taken. Rats, you're getting a Minecraft block thrown at you. Well, I want to put down the steak. Cockroach, if you touch my steak, I'll kick you.
But bacon.
Shut it, Cockroach!
Okay.
Steak is beef, bacon is pork.
Bacon is oolong.
Anyone else consider the fact that he's
Exactly.
talking about eating one of his friends? Not really, it's pretty Satan-like. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was playing this mobile game. And, did you just say you're gonna eat oolong?
Yeah, huh?
Well, huh. Actually, I got no problems with that. Krillin? What? Section 18. Yeah, sure, go for it. Alright, you're throwing a block at me. Double Sunday! Next! Easy there, killer. Take 5. Back to your steak. I'm right. I'll go back to my steak. Well, he's in a
If all you
foul
guys
mood.
don't behave over there, we're canceling the buffet afterwards.
Bullshit! I'm the one with a hover capsule here, so. Let's see. Kim says that he needs more pointers than me. Well, dude, honestly, any pointers I could get, I would be happy to pass along. Because, I've been doing the voice work for over a year now, and looking back at my first video, which I reacted to it, it's been an improvement. And, well, just because I can, Kenneth, what do you think, man? I mean, it's not quite his birthday yet, but, why not? It's a little early, man. Okay, it's on November
The
15th.
15th. Oh, we're just like 6 days away.
Well,
Under a week.
Well, I don't care. I'll go ahead and say it. Well, happy early birthday, man. Right here on stream, man. Happy early birthday. Gentlemen, wish this man a birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah, totally, guy. Happy birthday. I'll give you an autograph.
Yeah. Me and 18 will make you a cake. Well, it's more like her.
Yeah, I've heard stories about you setting your kitchen on fire, Krillin.
Don't tell people.
Did somebody say it was somebody's birthday around here?
Oh, boy. Wait, Cyrus, isn't there a certain green-haired Frieza Force minion that you can get a hold of?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me make a phone call.
In the meantime, speaking of Frieza,
Hello there. I see Superman's here, the man of steel who killed that annoying Son Goku. Well, there's an opening in my forces. You're welcome to join it, birthday boy.
I heard it was somebody's birthday around here.
Oh, it's Zarbon. Good man, Zarbon. I command you to
Lord
wish him a happy
Frieza, you're
birthday.
here too?
Yes. Now, wish that man a happy birthday.
Ah, at once. Happy birthday.
Indeed. And Zarbon, where's your armor?
Well, you see, Lord Frieza, I was in the shower when Cyrus called, and I came straight away.
Oh,
I would have came faster, but he didn't tell me you were here.
back to barracks then. Put some clothes on.
Rightio.
damn it. Well, that takes me back. Oh, shut it, monkey. No! Nuh-uh. Whatever. I'm out of here. And you there, weird creature. I'll snap you like the maggot you are, lizard. Get out of my sight. You disturb me.
okay, so that happened. Looking back at the chat here, lust, envy, and gluttony. I think gluttony might be taken. Pretty sure, actually. I'd have to double check with the guy who might be doing that. But as for lust and envy, Cyrus?
Un momento, por favor.
Appeared to not hear what you said about DMing you or I about auditioning for roles.
Oh. Okay. No problem. In response to your earlier question about thinking, it was directed towards Kenneth. But yes, you can absolutely try out for a part. Check Discord, if you have one, and I'm looking right now directly to see if, let's see. Mm, list here. I think tentatively we need a lust,
Yeah.
possibly. We definitely need to update the list that we have in Discord.
Yeah.
Um,
Been a little slacking on that, but life's been happening, so.
yeah. Yeah. And there are other characters that we need as well. Female based characters, male based characters. So we are gonna, like I was saying earlier, we're gonna look. Lewis and I are looking both in the various YouTube communities that we're in, the various people that we know IRL, things like that. Lewis has already opened up to the Discord. Should you want to um, audition for a role, let us know. Um,
Indeed.
but yeah, that's definitely something if you are interested in and want to do. Um, we can pull you into either a chat or have you um, look up some lines by that character and send him, I, or both of us a voice clip of that. Um, and see see how you do, and see what we can do. That's
Indeed.
definitely a thing. That is
Indeed.
100% a thing.
But, yeah. You know, in general, we do have quite some roles filled, and, yes, that is Cyrus there that was talking to you, Pira.
That is me, Cyrus, aka Vegeta in Discord. Um, yes,
Yeah, that
is
is
me.
him. That is our Vegeta. That is our admin. So, that being said, several roles are taken. Some of the comedy lines have been written already.
Oh, I've
And,
got some horribly funny planned jokes for Roy Mustang.
yes.
You make the reaction live stream. Lewis, do you want to handle that one, or do you want me to just give a basic rundown?
Whenever I do a reaction live stream, which honestly I haven't done since the Reactathon, and I kind of blew out my vocals when I did that one.
Oh
But
my god, dude. Like the phone call that you had with me after that, I thought you were dying.
yeah, man, like real talk. I blew out my vocals during that, but then again, I went like, I think that was like an hour and a half of solid Raditz and Yamcha and all that. Hell, that
Back
was back.
before it was as seamless to switch and didn't strain your vocal cords as much, too.
Yeah, anymore, I can do Raditz and maintain him for around an hour, and then, it bothers me, and if I stop for a little bit to catch my breath, no more maybe 10, 15 minutes at most, I can go back in and do another hour. But the more I switch character voices, the more it bothers me. But it's just something you have to build a strength for. As for live streaming reacts, my advice is to one, have a very robust internet connection and have your layout set up so that you can do it seamlessly. I mean, I have all
And I want
my
to add a little bit
tabs.
to that, and I do want to go back because there was something mentioned that I was going to address, but we got distracted by the happy birthdays. AJ, there are a series of programs that you can use. OBS, Open Broadcasting Software, is one of them. Uh, Software. It's what Lewis is actually using right now that is pulling because I'm talking to him on Discord and coming through the stream. So you're able to do that. There are things you can do with it, um, and various other things and programs that you can do to do essentially without directly recording and just live streaming the same thing that Lewis does. Technically, any video that Lewis has done could be a live stream. It's all about how you start it, whether you just directly record it with OBS, pardon me, or have linked it to YouTube to do a live stream. It's all about the settings in those programs. And I wanted to double back, Kenneth. one main pointer that I can give you, which is something that I've told Lewis and reminded Lewis, and even Vic said in his email. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the better it becomes. Because essentially, when you are changing your voice, vocal cords are kind of like muscles. When you are changing your voice, you're exercising those muscles. It's lifting weights for your vocal cord. They're they're gonna hurt for a little while. They're going to, your throat's gonna get sore. It's gonna be hard to talk. It's gonna be, your throat, like your actual throat, not just inside when you talk. It'll feel scratchy, but your throat, it might it might get sore, and that's fine, because the more you do it, the more you're going to get used to doing it. And the more you get used to doing it, the less it's going to happen, the better it's going to sound. Your vocal cords will adjust to those voices. Um, I When I do Peter Griffin, which I did just a few minutes ago, I have to actually close part of my mouth. I have to let air flow through my nose, so you kind of get that nasally talk when you're talking. You have to add an accent to it. 6 months
Indeed.
ago, I couldn't just randomly slip into that while talking. I had to kind of take a moment and do it. And for me, hearing it without headphones on, like when I did Zarbon a while ago, I had to mute myself, and there's certain lines of his that I can say almost flawlessly that get me into that muscle memory of vocal pattern, um, to be able to do it. So find a couple phrases in a character's voice that you can say almost exactly like the voice you're trying to imitate, and um, be able to kind of switch and then just start saying more words when you get that. Like the line from Dragon Ball Z Abridged that I can say almost fluently as Zarbon at almost any point is, "Who drives it hard now?" And I mute myself and I will repeat that over and over and over to myself. "Who drives it hard now?" And then I kind of just keep the voice and the vocal inflection, and I get it, and I start talking like Zarbon, you see?
Yeah, and in my
That's not one that I
case,
can do seamlessly.
when I first started off, for me to be able to do Raditz, I had to say double Sunday in a shout like 5 or 6 times, and then I could just do the voice. Now anymore, I just switch right into it without any effort whatsoever. However, it does get a little tiring to be able to do this whenever I want. Mostly because I have to swap voices so often.
And because it's such a raspy voice, it does still put some strain on the vocal cords, but it's
Yeah, it
not as
does.
much because they've adjusted to that happening once in a while. And Pira, Discord message, I will respond to you after the stream. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I wanted to acknowledge it. And while we were talking, I wanted to just make sure that I would let you know that I see it. I will chat with you about that afterwards.
Indeed.
But yes, you'll get used to it. It's like singing. The more you do it, the better you'll become. Anything that you do that you're just okay at, practice. It's gonna get tough. It's gonna put a strain on you. It's gonna get hard. You've
Yeah.
got to power through it. Lewis, how many times did I tell you that when you were specifically branching out your voices?
It was a lot, honestly, because for my Raditz, I also went into Popo, Alucard, Goku,
Piccolo.
Yamcha, Krillin, Piccolo. I don't do my Piccolo that often, nor do I do my Alucard all that often anymore. Alucard's actually kind of well, not avoid, but evolved into Perfect Cell for me. You see, Gohan, when you get to the other world, I want you to tell Goku something for me. Like a bitch. Ka me ha me. Oh, don't look so sad, Gohan. You'll see your daddy soon enough. Ha! I feel a little dirty now that I voice Cell. Mostly because he goes on about being perfect all the time.
No, he'll be fine.
Yeah, Gohan killed him anyway. And for those wondering, even though I voice Raditz and Raditz doesn't like Gohan, I'm a big Gohan fan. I remember watching Super Saiyan 2 Transformation back in the day with Stephanie and Adalni as Team Gohan. Ooh.
Can we talk about how amazing that was?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Because, dude, you and I were talking about it in class that next day. Like, you, me, and a couple of friends. I'm not giving their names. But we just sat there and went, yeah! Because it was epic. Kenneth. I could teach you on Discord. You would just have to give me a chance to get something to drink. Because I'm about tapped out of what I have here. And swapping voices like this does kind of...
And also, I will say, if you're a more visual learner, which I don't know if that's the case, but if you're a more visual learner, one of your best friends is actually going to be YouTube.
Yeah.
So many people post tutorials on how to do those things. And it's really going to depend on the program that you're using. If you're using OBS, you have to do it a certain way. If you're using another software or program, it's going to be done completely different. So some of that stuff will be transposable, some of it won't be. Lewis specifically called me the other night with an issue using a video editing program that he has been learning. He's like, dude, I don't know how to resize this. I've tried everything. I was like, okay, well, it looks like the issue is that it's locked in a ratio adjustment. Yeah, aspect ratio adjustment. So that way you can't just adjust up and down or side to side. When you drag it, it's adjusting it all. We need to find a way to turn that off. Literally within 5 minutes, I went on YouTube. I saw where they clicked. I saw what they clicked. And I said, okay, I need you to screen share me. Screen shared me. I said, the button directly here to the left of this by this many spaces. Click that, drag it. It'll readjust. 5 took me to find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So if you are a visual learner, I recommend doing that.
Yeah, indeed.
And what I would do is, if you use OBS, go to YouTube and search OBS layout creation.
Indeed.
If you're using whatever software, put in the name of the software, layout create.
Yeah. In fact, I'm pretty sure Divine Malzar uses OBS.
I will say, not only a lot of YouTubers, but if anybody here watches Twitch, 90% of people, no, maybe not 90, a lot of Twitch streamers use the Twitch version of OBS. Twitch integrated a version of OBS into their website. I forget the exact name of it. It's OBS Stream or something like that, which uses stream elements, which uses certain chat bots and things like that. It's one of the most versatile and user-friendly programs to do this. I recommend it. Lewis found it because of me, because I was looking at it for streaming my Xbox to my laptop with my Xbox app, and then streaming or video capturing with a software to be able to edit and upload to YouTube.
Wow, I remember that. That was back before I actually took up voice acting.
That was before you started your channel. One of the reasons why you were able to start it is because you found that. AJ, I am kind of in the same boat. I have a decent phone. I have a decent tablet, decent-ish tablet. I have a shitty laptop, and I don't even have a desktop. On that, I don't know. I'm just going to put this out there because I don't know your age. I don't know what's going on with that. If you are in a capacity where you're able to get a job and you don't have and I almost feel like I'm swearing here, adult responsibilities.
Bleh.
You know, if you're 15, 16, 17 years old, living at home, and you've got extra money, iBuyPower.com. You can design. You can. I'm not sorry. Let me rephrase that. You can pick a pre-built gaming setup, customize it, and you can pay it off month by month. I personally, without monitors, customize. I haven't ordered it. I did a test run to see what it would be. I ended up swapping parts and creating a $2,500 gaming rig that would be paid off $90 a month over time. There are options if that is something that you're able to do. Again, I don't know your age, I don't know your situation, but there are options to be able to do that. Because video editing and streaming and those things, they take a more than basic computer that you can go to Walmart and buy. That doesn't mean those won't work, but coming from the technical background and the tech background that I have, and Lewis as well, and I'm sure he'll agree with me on this, they will work, but not as effective as something like that.
Mm.
A lot of times it's going to put a lot of strain on the computer, and what it really does is, if the computer itself will support the software doing the editing and finalizing those files and then uploading them, that's where it's going to cause the time consummation.
Indeed.
Is letting it change the settings in a video, especially if it's a high quality resolution video. And it's okay, let me put it this way. I have a Samsung Galaxy S9. I had my camcorder set to the highest quality settings that it could. The Galaxy S9, mind you, has the one that I have, not the 9 Plus, the S9, has a 64 gigabyte internal memory. I have a 32 gigabyte SD card in my phone for extra storage. On the highest quality settings, with all of the apps and everything, which is about 50 out of 64 gigs, realistically 62 by the time OS and allocation is taken into account, I could record 10 minutes of video with all of the storage that I have on a phone. Think about editing 30 minutes of a high quality video, which everything's HDMI now. Everything brand new is HDMI or equivalent, or 4K, or higher quality than 1080i, which was the best quality you could get 3 years ago. So they can work if you have the patience to allow the setup and the rig to do what it needs to do.
Yeah.
It will be time consuming.
Like whenever I'm
If you
editing
can-
content, I can't do anything else really while it's processing.
I literally can't hold a Facebook voice call with you when you're editing stuff or uploading, unless you're on your mobile.
Yep. And even then, that thing's, it has its moments.
Yeah.
But, let's go ahead and start wrapping this back around to what was the first topic, call it the last. And
Well, you've covered the collaborations, you've covered
Abridged.
the Abridged, you've
Back to
covered Skyrim.
Yep, I want to bring that up one more time. And we'll wrap it up.
Nice, Pyra. I do the same thing a lot. I'm actually watching the stream with the sound down so I can see the chat on my phone while I'm in a voice channel in Discord with Lewis, so I can talk to you guys, see the chat in real time, and still have my tablet to do other things.
Yeah. I sometimes use my phone, even though I have your chat right here on the screen. I can see everything you guys are saying. I like using my phone sometimes just because independent data, and yeah. Anyway, so like I said at the beginning of the stream, I will be playing Skyrim as Raditz. I am the Saiyanborn! Yes, you are. And there will be plenty of mods in effect. I already have found a Dragon Ball Z mod or two that gives me Vegeta's clothing. Where's mine? No one made it. Well, make it! I don't know how to. And amongst the mods is also a pack of techniques, including the Kamehameha, Big Bang Attack, and etc.
Kenneth, what are you wanting a link on Discord for?
That's a good question. If it's mods, Skyrim Nexus, man. And, Summer Carol. Anime War Episode 12, The Hands of God Master, Mastar Media. Never heard of him. Anyway, continuing on. Anyone's got any mods they'd like to see me use, as long as they are not like nudity or anything too explicit. And
I don't know if it's a thing, but you should see if it is a thing. See if there's a mod that turns all of the giants into giant freezes.
oh great, you just made rats go catatonic. And Goku's just holding his muffin and shaking back and forth. Yamcha.
So, wait, you're saying I broke the Saiyans?
Yamcha's just shaking his head and looking at. Wait, when did he get heat tap in here? Cyrus, he's had heat tap this whole time and hasn't shared.
Yamcha!
I brought it from home, guys! You only brought one can and we're doing a stream. To my chat, everyone dogpile Yamcha, he's brought heat tap and then share. Guys, don't look at me like that! Yeah, where's mine, Yamcha? Krillin, none for you! Why? I thought we were friends.
Security lockdown protocols engaged.
What?
No one is escaping the building.
Yep. He's in here for the long haul, people.
Please surrender your heat tap. Please surrender your heat tap.
There, I drank the whole thing. Yeah, what are you gonna do about it now? I don't have to
Executing elimination protocols. Eliminate target. Yamcha.
Uh-oh. Actually, we don't have to worry about that, because 3, 2, 1. Yamcha! Pecking order.
Target mentally destroyed. No longer a threat. Resuming normal functionality.
Oh god, I wasn't sure a human arm could do that. Ugh. Yeah, Mr. Popo, take him outside. Ugh. We'll be scrubbing blood off the ceiling. Ugh. Anyway.
I didn't know an arm could bend that direction.
Now it does.
That many times.
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, like said, with the mods, if you guys got any mod that you think I would happily use, then, PM me on Discord, or better yet, put it in the video games channel on Discord. Makes it a lot simpler, or if you're not part of my Discord, there's a link down below. And you can just comment it in the channel's comment section. Yeah, I've noticed that he added some new stuff to his channel. Commenting there on Kenneth. But, this stream has gone on a lot longer than I expected, honestly. But, Cyrus, I know you are a busy man. So, not going to keep you too
I'm
much
I'm
longer.
actually fairly free tonight for once.
Scary.
I know.
Well, we still got to wrap up the stream. So, I'll go ahead and take the lead on this one.
It's all yours.
All right. Hello, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this live content brought to you hot from the reaction chamber outside of Ratz's home on Mount Paozu. And, well, as he would say, leave a like, comment down below what you'd like to see next. And if you have yet to, I implore you to subscribe. Not just to me, but to him as well, Cyrus Lightshard. Indeed. You see that bell notification icon? Well, you need to unleash a double Sunday upon it. That way you'll be alerted when new content is available. Indeed, Raditz. Indeed. And, you might want to get a mop. There's blood dripping from the ceiling now. Oh, damn it. In any case, though, as Cyrus said, if you want an edition for the Abridged, hit us up in Discord, and we'll go from there. And I think I about covered everything. Cyrus, I missed anything?
I mean, I guess the only thing I'm going to add as we're getting out of here is none of this is possible without you guys.
Isn't that
we
the
appreciate every single one of you coming in, watching the streams, joking with us, submitting the ideas for mods, the content requests, a lot of the things that Lewis does and that I'm going to end up doing is because of and for you guys.
Agreed.
We want to give you the entertainment. We want to give you stuff that you're going to enjoy. We want to be able to take it where we want it to go, and we can't do that without. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for those of you that are going to be a part of the Abridged. Thank you to those of you that are seeing this a little bit later down the road and are coming by and have possibly joined the Abridged or are interested in auditioning right now. Thank you. Because, again, none of this is going to be this of anything that Lewis and I have done. None of anything that Lewis has done already is possible without you guys.
Indeed, indeed. Now, there is some severe lag going on here with the stream, I'm well aware. And, I'm gonna let the stream catch up, but me and Cyrus are out for tonight. And with that being said, Cyrus, I'll talk to you later.
I will chat at you later, Lewis. And you guys might swing by my channel. Probably going to do a quick live just to say, hey, get a video on the channel. And, thank you, Kenneth. The I Buy Power. Yes, I can do that. Let me go double check. I think that's the name of it. I will definitely drop that in Discord once I confirm it and double check. Pyra, I will also message you on Discord. I am going to do a quick live on mine. Just a very, very quick one if I'm capable of it. Pardon me, from my mobile. For the YouTube. I don't have a video specifically for layouts. Do that. That's something you'll have to do once you find out what program you want. But I will double down on that in Discord in a little bit. Jiren, you came back right as we're getting ready to close up, bud. But thank you for coming back. We appreciate you. Quick recap for myself. I'm going to do a quick live on my channel real quick if you guys want to swing by. Just going to say, hey, maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. Probably actually going to do it on my tablet because it's more charged than my phone. if you guys have any questions, I'm going to talk about some of the stuff that I want to do on my channel, some of the stuff over there. If you guys have questions, I'll be there. Lewis won't be there because I don't have a way to pull him into mine the same way that he does right now. But I'm going to work on that in the near future. With that said, for us, it's good night. I don't know where y'all are at, but good night, good evening. We'll see you guys later.
Indeed, indeed. That being said, people, have a good night. And, well, catch you later.
Later.